I find it weird that no one comments on this creature that's following me. That's really low resolution.
I can hear you. Who goes there?
I was told this pin would allow me to ask for help from any Camelot representative.
It's shiny, sure, but you clearly have no idea what you're doing. Waving a round table pin in front of a knight of the round table? Not the smartest move. Normally, I'd throw you out for your arrogance and stupidity. But you're lucky. I've got a soft spot for boldness. And that pin has me curious. Where'd you get it?
I got it from Caradoc.
You mean you found Caradoc's tomb and robbed it?
No, he handed it to me personally.
Interesting. And when exactly did this happen? Where did you last see him?
Near the Temple of the Stagfather, not far from here.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So what do you want then?
Whose funeral is this?
The one on the left was questioning my orders. For some reason, he thought his opinions were more important than obedience in the middle of a war. They aren't. The one on the right decided Camelot wasn't paying enough, so he thought that was a good enough excuse to help himself to his comrades' pockets. It wasn't.
Can I ask you some questions?
Ask them.
A knight of the south is a rare sight. What brings you here?
We're going to fight the Dalrita. We're driving that rabble out of the All-Mother's temple. And when we head home, we'll put their heads on pikes at the gates of the Forlorn Swords. That way the rest of those barbarians will know Camelot is still watching over them, even if we have to protect them from themselves.
What do you mean?
Oh, so you don't know? One-Eye's a traitor. He's fooled the younger tribesmen with grand promises of uniting the tribes and marching north. The Council of Elders is still loyal to us. They want no part in a war. He's just a bandit, abandoned by his own people. When his village fell, no one came to help. And One-Eye, like the rat he is, ran. I'm just here to finish what I started. And when the Elders see us take down One-Eye, we won't need to worry about those savages for another 600 years.
I thought the war hasn't started yet.
The war's already here. It's been going on for a while. We're fighting each other in the west, and people are whispering about rebellion in the north. The last thing we need is united tribes.
Why do you hate the Dalrita so much? Didn't they fight for Camelot?
At the beginning, yes. But they're primitive. They don't respect order. They never will. Arthur gave them the Forlorn Swords, a rich land where they could govern themselves. They were supposed to watch the giants deliver iron and chase after their cousins through the tunnels, or whatever it is that tickles their fancy. But no, that wasn't enough for them. I've always thought Avalon would be better without them. Arthur probably gathered them all in one place, hoping they'd kill each other. And that didn't work, so we'll have to do this the hard way.
Isn't the weirdness a bigger threat than the Dalrita?
That's exactly why we need Camelot and the Horns of the South to be strong and united. You do know that the lighthouse of the Horns of the South works like a giant menhir, right? It's why we've ordered them to build another one to strengthen its power. As for how the Dalrita feel about the weirdness, I don't care. I'm here to protect our people, and those tribes are in the way.
You're heading to the Horn of the South? What for?
That was the plan. It's my job to keep those lazy fish eaters in check. Camelotian gold flows to them, and I need to make sure they're doing something with it. But the Dalrita showing up, that made things more interesting. Their presence will bring down the South, and I don't let things fall apart on my watch.
I expected you to be different.
I know what people say about me. They think I'm a madman who burns everything, a butcher who hangs the innocent. I've heard it all. But I believe that only decisive action gets results. There's no room for mercy when it comes to insubordination, deserters, or heretics. It's the only way to prevent the fall of Avalon.
The captain of Horned South asked me to kill you. He allied himself with the One Eye.
Ah, denunciation, like loyalty, can be valuable. The key is knowing who deserves loyalty and who needs to be reported. I appreciate you telling me, but unfortunately, you haven't told me anything I didn't already suspect.
But I don't want to kill you.
Well, that's fortunate, because between the two of us, I'd be the one walking away. Instead, I've got an offer you can't refuse.
I'm listening.
We're going to fight the Dalrita. We're driving that rabble out of the All-Mother's temple. And when we head home, we'll put their heads on pikes at the gates of the Forlorn Swords. That way the rest of those barbarians will know Camelot is still watching over them, even if we have to protect them from themselves.
What do you mean?
Oh, so you don't know? One Eye's a traitor. He's fooled the younger tribes. He's just a bandit. I'm just here to finish what I started. And when the elders see us,
Okay, let's go.
see you at the temple. Make sure to sharpen your sword. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a crazed maniac. Just a man on a mission. And I can appreciate that. Okay. Let's see. Vran's key. Great hammer of stun. Silent ritual wolf song. We don't need any of that. Oh. Okay. Merlin's thorns is kind of bad. Like interestingly good single target damage, but this is better single target damage. It has the same charge time. So I think Thunderlash is better because it chains to like 5 people and I need better AoE, right? Yeah, but I guess this does crit more often. You know what? I haven't used it enough, I suppose. Did she just suddenly die? Good God. It's a good thing we did everything here. Did you guys loot everything? Man, leave something for me, bro.
My arm has never failed me.
Oh.
Don't let your guard down. Failed me.
20% critical chance increase, but increase incoming damage. Buff duration, max health. Oh wow. One-handed is maxed. Oh my god, that looks awesome. I hope I didn't just aggro Galahad. That'd be annoying.
You've exceeded expectations, Whelp. Who'd have thought a nobody from nowhere would prove so useful? This had to be done. The Dalrita weren't just rebels. They were a disease, threatening everything we've built. And taking down Briadan, that was a personal pleasure. The man was a heretic, a fool, who forgot his place.
What do you mean?
Well, the less you know, the better you'll sleep. Brandon and his lackeys stumbled onto something. A place that should never see the light of day. And they wanted to expose it. Heresy, plain and simple. King Arthur gave everything to secure Avalon's peace. To reveal such places would spit on his memory and open the gates to chaos. And we can't have that during the war. War is about control, and preventing heresy is how we maintain it.
What kind of place?
Let's not test my patience. I've told you more than you need to know. Whatever it is, it stays buried. End of story.
Why would Brennan want to reveal it?
Because he was an idiot, blinded by desperation. He thought exposing it would shake the South, destroy morale, and somehow help his cause. Instead, he only doomed himself and his people. And for what? To align himself with savages? To play at power he couldn't grasp? The man was beyond redemption.
What happens now?
Now, I'll leave this fish-sticking dump behind and return to Camelot. There's work to be done, and One Eye's revolt was just a symptom of something worse. Killing him won't stop the next rat from rising. Here, take this. My directive for appointing a new captain. Tradition says I should do it in person, but frankly, I've got bigger priorities.
Who's the new captain?
Virgas will take over as interim captain, and Killian will handle quartermaster duties. They're the only ones in this cesspit who aren't completely out of touch with reality. When I return, I'll make it official, but I doubt anything will change.
What about the rest of the Dalrita?
Oh, don't confuse Briaden's lunatics with the Dalrita as a whole. Camelot respects its agreements with the Council of Elders. What you saw here was just a pack of fools dreaming of taking Avalon for themselves. That dream ended today.
Brendan promised to tell me about the ritual of the keepers.
Ah, yes. The great ritual. Here's what you need to know. There's an old gong in the sunken village. They say striking it starts the test, meant to separate the worthy from the rest. Romantic, isn't it? Reality is far less poetic. Those trials, they killed most who tried. And those who survived, well, they were changed, twisted, unnatural. Only those who endured were worthy of becoming keepers. The so-called guardians of Excalibur. But ask yourself this. If none of them are alive to tell the tale, how much of this ritual is truth and how much is just desperate myth?
So it's dangerous.
I don't know, and I don't care. I don't have time for folk tales and the nonsense of these glorified fishermen. If you want to chase their stories, go ahead, but don't drag me into it. I'm here to fight a war, not indulge in their fantasies. Now, I've wasted enough time here. Stay alive if you can, or don't, it's your choice. I have more important...
I like this guy. Bro, why is it stealing? It's weird that when they turn into those Isle of Skeleton, it makes it so it doesn't count as stealing anymore. Weird. Yes. Got it. Health, stamina, physical damage by 20%. Damn. It's good. All right, level up. More spirituality. 1 point in there. Yeah, we don't need any of that. Fine. Yeah, I think that's max stamina I don't really need.
Always good to have a little rest.
I really want to see if equipping it is what's causing. No, it's not. So weird. Well, guess we can upgrade. So that doesn't upgrade what I hope, which is unfortunate. It's 9,000 an upgrade. So what we're gonna do here is upgrade one at a time. Upgrade that. That. Okay, now each one of these is like, you know. Okay. I see how this works.
Go on then. Fortune.
I didn't realize the ghost walks people. Oh, there's an ancient gong in the sunken village. Can you fix it?
Why would you want to fix it? Do you even know what it is?
Take some advice from an old man. If there's a giant, ancient statue that somebody tried to turn to dust, they must have had a good reason for it.
I need to repair it to become a keeper.
Well, if you put it that way, then I suppose I have to tell you the truth. Otherwise, the terror from the sea will bite me in the ass while I bathe.
Of course I can fix it. I've been doing this kind of thing since I could swing a hammer. It's a skill we pass down from master to apprentice, generation to generation. Nothing fancy, just good old blacksmithing. And obviously, though, you'd have to bring me a couple things so that I can actually do it.
I have what you need.
How did you, Oh, forget it. I don't even want to know. Just give me a moment.
Here. That should do it. Do whatever you need to if you're really sure about this. But please try to come back alive.
Anything I should know?
I have nothing to tell you. I could try to talk you out of it, but I'm guessing that wouldn't work.
Why are whetstones so expensive? God damn it, I sold my stuff again. I really wish you can mark them so that they don't get sold. I have a letter for you from Galahad the Peer.
You've met Galahad? Why isn't he here himself?
We defeated One Eye and his people. The temple is liberated. Just read the letter.
This can't be real. Galahad confirms Captain Brandon's death and calls him a traitor to the Keepers. He's named me interim captain. Me? And says he'll make it official on his next visit. His seal is here. It's undeniable.
Congratulations, Captain Fergus.
If Galahad believes I'm the one to set things right, I won't argue. Someone has to. But Brandon, a traitor? I can hardly believe it. I'd heard rumors of his dealings with One Eye and his faltering judgment. If he sided with the enemy, then this end was inevitable.
So what now?
Now it's on me to make sure the Keepers don't follow Brandon into ruin. I'll undo the lockdown. The Horns of the South will rise again. Properly. Galahad has promised reinforcements, and I'll see to rebuilding our ranks. Recruitment, training, real purpose. For the first time in years, I have hope. Not just for the Keepers, but for the South itself. Come with me. I have to let the Keepers know.
Brothers of the South, we've lost Brandon, a captain who led with grit and a sharp mind. His absence weighs on us all. But our purpose does not die with him. The Horns of the South are more than one leader, more than one name. We are a legacy, a bond that cannot be broken. We've faced loss, we've faced doubt, but we're still here. The Horns of the South do not falter. We endure. And today, we rise once more. We return to the roots that made us strong, to the traditions that bound us together. The Horns of the South will reclaim their honor, their purpose, and their place in these lands. Our name will mean something again. Galahad has pledged tighter bonds with Camelot. Together, we will stand stronger, and all will know that the South is shielded, its people protected. Remember your oaths. From this day forward, we stand united. With each other, with Camelot, and no threat will scatter us again. The danger from the Dalriada and the bandits has passed, and others will come as they always do. Let them. We will face them as we always have, with courage, with steel, and with unwavering loyalty. The Horns of the South do not bow. We do not break. We stand together. Now, let's show the world that we are not just surviving. We are thriving. To the South! To the Horns!
Yay. Oh. I thought we were still in a cutscene. My bad.
Quartermaster, finally! About time someone noticed my talents. Fergus can play captain all he likes. I'll be the one deciding who eats, fights, or freezes. Please, state your business. do you keep bandits' fingers as trophies? I would.
Always
What do you think about Camelot changes to keep leadership?
Veragas as captain. Well, that's the kind of solid choice we've been needing. Gillian, though... Well, here's hoping his new post doesn't mean the rest of us get to bleed for his amusement.
Well, it's definitely going to be harder to do business with him than it was with Brandon, that's for sure. Ugh, poor bastard. Not like he didn't have it coming, though. He had some good ideas for this place, but treason is treason. Now, Veragus is going to bury the horns of the South in the past, much to Camelot's delight. But that's really not my problem. As long as there's money, I'll stick around. And when it dries up, I'll be long gone. Well...
So is Fergus in here now? Wordstone. So, how does it feel to be captain?
I told myself I'd take a more hands-on approach than Brandon. I'd focus on the keep and avoid politics. Turns out, that's about all I can do anyway. Brandon left us in a precarious position with Camelot. They wouldn't even let me choose my own quartermaster. I'll take time to rebuild their trust, if that's even possible. Still, it could have been worse. Much worse.
You're not happy with Killian as your quartermaster?
It's too early to say if he'll be good at the job. But the problem is, he's not one of us. And he's never shown much respect for the Keepers. That role should have gone to one of my men. But Brendan's betrayal made that impossible.
I thought you'd be happy having a closer relationship with Camelot.
I am. We need their support now more than ever. And I'm glad they're finally paying attention to us. But this isn't how I wanted things to go. I hoped Camelot would see us as their strength in the South, a strength that just needed fostering. Instead, they treat us like a den of vipers, something they have to keep under constant watch in case we betray them again.
At least the Horn of the South should be safe now.
That's true. Whatever the reasoning, Camelot's support should help stabilize the region. Hopefully, we'll appoint new keepers and finally put an end to the bandit problem. Don't get me wrong, I still believe this is the best outcome we could have hoped for after the mess Brandon made. It'll secure our future, but his betrayal left a stain on the keepers, and it weighs on me. Maybe more than it should.
the biggest bunks. Oh, are you the thing that saved us? Well, I'm gonna beat you to death. Oh.
Disturb my peace. You made an oath never to summon me again.
Forgive me, my lord. I want to be deemed worthy to touch the Excalibur.
Excalibur? Wait. Is it really you? You, who come from a time beyond. Show yourself before me.
Do I know you?
It seems he speaks to me. Allow me to answer him.
Welcome, old friend.
I can see that you know me, but I am a mere shadow of my true self. I don't remember you, Lord of the Seas. Forgive me.
That's what you told me, my friend. The next time we see each other, you will not remember me. But you are here now. The will and the power led you back to this place. Even in this incomplete form.
Where should I look for myself? I wish to restore Avalon to its former glory, yet I don't know how.
Avalon's fate has never rested upon one person alone, not even one as great as King Arthur. Yet here you are, trying again, restless and eager to take the responsibility again. I salute you, my friend.
Tell me what I must do to be worthy to lead Avalon once more. I do not think I have the strength.
Your path is true. Seek wholeness, and Avalon will reveal what it needs from you. And yes, you need to touch Excalibur.
Thank you, my friend.
And you, mortal. You have given yourself to the king's service. You are worthy of a place among the keepers of the South. Arthur, take out your sword and fear no failure. It is yours to take. It always was. I deem you worthy, my friend. The promise I gave thy mother is fulfilled, and thus our pact is ended. You know where to look for your soul. Trust yourself. And when you reach your journey's end, I trust you will make the right choice.
Interesting.
others. The Del Rey, yet when it seemed, if you have the chance to... Much the same. He was a fierce warrior, determined to win at any cost. I watched him closely, and I found him too consumed by cruelty. That is why I chose Seawall and Palamedes as my closest confidants, not him. Yet this Galahad still seems devoted to Camelot and the old ways, and he remains just as fierce.
Oh, he's not coming back. All right, Excalibur is mine.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command. I am the blade that shapes kings and shatters tyrants.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom, for Avalon. You dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've gotten no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
A different way. That will take time, and resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
King's power unlocked. You have gathered a new fragment of Arthur's soul, unlocking a hidden potential. Open the menu to explore the King's Soul skill tree, or visit a bonfire to develop new abilities.
Now, I remember.
So you knew all along.
Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do. It wasn't back then, and you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war, and wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it possible. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. To find something that could really turn the tide in our favor.
So you really think that the experiments on your men was justified?
Justified? No. Justification is for those who have the luxury of doubt. And I had a kingdom to save. They were brave men who volunteered their lives, just as they did every time we rode onto the battlefield. The difference was that if Merlin succeeded, one man's sacrifice could have saved us all, could have ended the war before more blood was spilled. If sacrificing a few meant the survival of all, then there was no choice at all. Maybe they never saw justice. Maybe their real stories were erased from history. Call it cruelty. Call it madness. But if I'd done nothing, there would be no Avalon left to argue over. But the kingdom still stands. The people live. And that has to mean something.
You agreed to lie to your people about your role in all this.
I did. But this wasn't about pride. It wasn't about saving face. It was about survival. The truth about all this would have broken my people. I couldn't allow that. And a king doesn't get to flinch. If that meant carrying the weight alone, so be it. I would make that choice again if I had to.
So what did he come up with to win the war?
I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but to keep going. And he did. He started experimenting on the Four Dwellers, the enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them, wasn't that their own doing? Wasn't that fair? So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power into something we could wield. I told him to conquer the weirdness. And in the end, he did.
What?
He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man had the right to be. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper, older. A force that reshaped me. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. The bloodshed stopped. The banners were raised. And the kingdom stood safe.
Does victory erase the price you paid for it?
That's the question, isn't it? I keep thinking about Seawall. He was ready to pay the ultimate price for what we were fighting for. And I thought he did. I grieved him. Told myself his sacrifice had meaning, that he had given his life for Avalon. And now, after all these years, finding him like this, I told myself I carried the weight of my choices. But seeing him, I wonder if I ever truly did.
You've got that look again, like you've seen something you wish you hadn't. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time?
Merlin and Arthur talking about ancient experiments.
Merlin. Merlin and his obsession with the weirdness. The king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win.
You know more than you're letting on. Can you start making sense?
I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea. Immortality. Me and Seawall, the king's loyal pawns. Used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness and turn our king into a monster.
You didn't end like Seawall.
Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. I was the last. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor, don't you think?
Did Arthur know what was happening?
Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win, and desperation doesn't leave room for conscience. Every scream, every scar, even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. That's as good as approving it.
Why didn't you fight back?
Fight back? Against who? Merlin? The king? You don't fight gods when you're just a pawn on their board. You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you're left to clean up their mess. That's what I do. What I've always done.
What do you mean, clean up their mess?
The monsters, the weirdness, the chaos. All of it leads back to them. We're left in the ruins of their grand plans, trying to uphold their ideals, fighting for what never was. It's time to bury all these fairy tales in a well-deserved grave. And that's what I do.
I spoke with Arthur. He said he had to do it or humanity would have been lost.
Of course he'd say that. There's always a scapegoat and a convenient excuse for men like him. But it doesn't absolve him. Not when he was the one who unleashed this madness on all of us. He wanted victory,